What is up, guys? Gunneth56 here, and welcome to the 100 video special. And today we're at the pond with Alex. We're gonna be hanging out. He caught 2 fish already, so we're just gonna hang out, and I have some lure for you, so let's go ahead and do it. Okay, so it's time for me to drop the first bit of pond lure on you guys. Okay, so I don't know the exact month, but it all started around 2019, 2020. That was around the time or shortly after that I moved to Kings Mountain and got enrolled in the schools here. And I met a guy who I'm going to call Charlie. I began hanging out with him down the road because he lives right down the road from my house. And then he and a group of other friends soon showed me the pond that is also right down the road, a little bit further past his house, which I'm actually about to pass here soon, but a little bit further past his house. That's how I figured out about it. We went up to the people who we got to walk past to get down to the woods to where we go. We asked him for permission to come down. He said, "Yeah, come down anytime." Guys, we actually just ran into the guy that I was just talking about. The guy who lets us go past his house as a quicker way to get to the pond. Appreciate that guy. Shout out to him. But anyway, we started going down there, and then Charlie stopped going down there, so it kind of just ended up being me. We hung out down there a few more times with some other friends, but like I said, mostly just me. And back then there was not as much shrub. Like, as you can see, there was not as much overgrown vegetation, not as much grass, not as many plants. The trees were smaller, so it was pretty nice. And also the main thing is the water level was way below what it is now. But luckily our boy Alex clutched up and hopefully found a solution to the flooding problem. So thanks to him, he did all that work, because I've been feeling under the weather lately, haven't really felt too good. Let's see if he left the door unlocked. Okay, good job, buddy. The duck and Alex are both here. What's up, buddy?
How's it going?
Done budget YouTubing as long as I have. You learn how to like make your own cameras or camera positions. So I'm trying to find some bark that I can slip my phone in. This is your second fish of the day?
Yes.
Last fish on screen now.
Can't get out of space.
Pretty good. So it all started right around this spot right here. This is where me, my buddy Charlie that I mentioned, and another kid I'm gonna call Aaron. This is where us 3 used to hang out. We would hang out down here a couple times. We got some leaves, laid them out on the ground, just chilled out down here. Didn't really do anything. This was back in middle school. Anyway, with that, on to the next spot. Okay guys, we are now at location number 2. This is down right where the pond drains. There's a little reservoir of water right here. There's a slab of concrete that I'm standing on. This is probably the second place we hung out. Hung out with Charlie for a little bit down here. Then another kid, not the same Aaron. I'm gonna call this one Aaron T. Now Aaron T is not a cool guy. He's not a pleasant person to be around. He's just an overall mean person. So we hung out with him, but I didn't really like him all that much. But anyway, after we stopped hanging out down here, then this is around the time that me and Alex started hanging out. And then that's when we started hanging out over near where the fire pit is. So first I'm going to show you this area a little bit more, and then we're going to head over, ask Alex a few questions, and see what he has to say. All right, so as you can see, here's the concrete. It's all overflowing with a beaver dam right now. It's all completely covered and there's like spiders everywhere. But as you can see, it's pretty deep. There have been fish seen in here, but never caught. But yeah, pretty cool place. So on to the next one. Well, I was on the way to ask you some questions and you got another fish. This is number 3.
Species number 2.
Pretty good.
I don't know what kind of sunfish this is.
What were the other 2 though?
Those other 2 were largemouth bass.
Question number 1. How do you think what's your opinion on how the pond has changed over the years?
It's definitely a change for the worst. Not as peak as it used to be.
What do you think the future of the pond is looking like?
As long as we maintain it, it should get better.
And what are your methods and ideas of doing that?
Keeping the beaver dam from getting too bad.
Makes sense to me.
That's how we start.
So now, here we are, the campfire location. This is where we've been coming ever since. Of course, we still go up and down the side of the pond right here, but this has pretty much been the main location. This spot is, to me now, what the log used to be back in the old days of Gunner 356, back at the old house. So this is definitely a very important location. That's why we focus so much on keeping it upkept. I know it's gotten out of hand recently, but it's not very easy to get rid of all this stuff when it grows so fast. We try to do what we can. But anyway, now it's time to talk about the ducks. So the story of the ducks begins in... There's a wasp. So the story of the ducks begins around March of 2025. So it was months ago, earlier on this year. It was before I had graduated, and me and my girlfriend came down here to hang out one day, and as we came up to where the fire pit was, I saw one single duck, the one with the blackish beak. That was the only one we saw around that time. We started watching a movie, and I just could not stop focusing on the duck, because I had never seen one down here before. I've seen them down here, and I've seen geese before too, but not those ducks, and they usually fly away, but this one was close by and it wasn't flying away. So I really wanted to befriend the duck. Now I know it's technically bad to befriend wild ducks, but what are you gonna do? Call the cops? They're fun to have around. They're cool. The one that still hangs around here, the same one that we saw that day, still hangs around here to this day. But anyway, so the day goes by and I try to get the duck to come to me. I maybe try to pick it up a few times. Anyway, it never gets close to me, never gets anywhere near me. But then the next day rolls around, so I bring some bread with me. And I throw it some bread, it still won't get close. But I'm throwing it some bread, and it gets a little closer to me, you know, inch by inch. But unfortunately, still never got close. And it wasn't till weeks later, I came down here again. And there were 2 more ducks. One was larger with an orange beak and the other was like multicolored, brown and green. A few days later, I noticed an egg. But anyway, so I come down here another day and I find where the egg was, it's no longer there. And then I find it in pieces over near the other spot. Now, did it hatch? No idea. But what I can tell you is that the other ducks were also missing. Every single duck was gone. So I was like, I don't know what happened. There were no ducklings. The adult ducks were gone. I didn't know what happened. But the duck that is down here now will carry on your legacy. We have all since named him DeQuavius the duck. And if the other ducks are out there, come back. So I came down here to keep checking every couple weeks. And then I came down here one time, and luckily, DeQuavius was back. The other ducks were still nowhere to be found. The eggs nowhere to be found. Baby ducks nowhere to be found. But DeQuavius was back. Unfortunately though, instead of even coming on land near me, DeQuavius just absolutely never came close to me. Over in the overgrown grass over there. So, didn't see him much, but heard him yelling a lot. Until one day, I finally got my hands on DeQuavius. I got a chance to be near him, hold him and pet him. And I also got a chance to hold the other duck. Unfortunately, I did not get to hold the multicolored duck, but it's fine, you know. Luckily, DeQuavius was back, but we continued hanging out down at the pond. And then eventually, recently, DeQuavius started to come back up to us. So I was pretty happy about that. But yeah, that's pretty much how it is now. Apparently DeQuavius hasn't been up here today. Hopefully they're doing alright, but it is what it is. But anyway, yeah, that's the story of the ducks. So with that, let's go ahead and continue hanging around. All the embankment that you see is visible now because of none other than Alex himself behind the camera.
Basically what I did here was, I took this little tool, I shoved it up on top and yanked it down.
Alright guys, we're leaving the pond now. We are gonna go get food at the Woodbridge gas station. So let's get out of here. Alright guys, we are gonna go back to my house, grab my wallet, and go get food. Dude, it's so hot. Alright, we're going in. You get the pizza, bro?
Yeah, let's get a drink.
Alright.
$3.49.
Alright, I suppose I'll also get a pizza. Alright guys, we got the grub. So we're gonna go eat now. As we're back at my house, we're gonna go in and eat some food, some pizza. Alright guys, we're gonna eat the pizza. I got a Mountain Dew.
I got a Sprite.
I got pepperoni.
I got meat lovers.
So here we go. As you can see, pepperoni, superior obviously. So now we're going in for the taste. Mm-hmm. 8 out of 10.
Hungry.
Alright guys, well we're gonna eat and then see what happens next. Okay, buddy's leaving, so let's say goodbye. What did you think of the 100th video special?
Pretty good.
Yes.
10 out of 10. Buddy still can't cook burgers, they're mid.
I'll retry them, buddy. Had a lot of comments on my last video, but I'm gonna give them a redo, don't worry. Hey guys, this is a sword. If you like swords, you might also like the Knights of Berghamshire. Go check out those videos on my channel. And if you like swords, you might also like bow and arrows. Anyway guys, it's been a long time since I first started this YouTube channel. Thank you to everyone who has stuck with me that long, and thank you to anybody else who's watching that might be new here. If you are, please consider subscribing and leaving a like if you enjoyed the video. I post tons of different content on my channel, so go check it out. And I will see you guys in the next one. And peace!
Me as myself. Alex as bro. Lots of fish. My girlfriend as my girlfriend. Also including Joey and Cody. Shenanigans with bro. And Gibby. Subscribe.